You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole, and Nightwish Army, we are back with Human Nature, and we are finishing off Disc 1 from this amazing album with Procession. I love these countdowns from Nightwish. I hope they continue to do this with their next album coming very soon, hopefully. This is Procession. We get to hear from Tuomas Halapainen's mouth himself what this is all about. Very excited to get enlightened by this. Thank you guys for letting us know to do this before actually checking the song out here. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm so excited.
Procession was the starting point for the whole songwriting process for Human Nature. It was the first song to get its final form. I remember vividly looking at the first season of the series Stranger Things and was heavily inspired by the soundscapes and the arpeggios of the soundtrack of that series. So that's how the song got started. It's very lyric heavy.
Oh, nice.
To really understand what's going on, to get the hook of the song, you need to delve into the lyrics. And also, personally, I feel that this is probably the best, at least most touching performance by Floor that I've ever heard. She really captures the essence of the song and tells the story as it should be told.
Tuomas' love for Floor and his band.
Thank you so much, Nightwish Army, for being so patient with us while we made it through the first disc. We did not do it in order, but I'm definitely going to follow your comments and suggestions. And as soon as we complete this, I'm going to listen to the first CD.
Yes.
Start to finish, start to back, listen to it in its totality of what we're of the way it was supposed to be listened to.
Yes.
I'm so excited for Procession. I am ready to dive into the lyrics. If you guys are ready to dive into this and finish off the CD, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video coming down the rabbit hole.
I have to admit something, y'all. I have never seen Stranger Things. Murder me in the comments below, but let's have a good time by checking out Procession together.
A cradle earth, a rising sun sea, new world and thirst for the arcane. We are singers of the calm. We remember as along came life, a cradle earth, a rising sun sea, birth of one and a zillion sideshows. We are, we were, and we'll not be. We remember as along came acorn, another birth, another moss green, new world and thirst for the unseen, an empty zoo, a starlight feature. We'll have a visit as along came heartbeat, another birth, another monster, endless force, true words to stronger, menagerie of a new world order. We held our breath as along came suffering.
Okay, so what I'm getting from this is it's like evolution and Earth's beginning in that cradle Earth and one turning into a zillion sideshows, and it's just like Tuomas says, Flora is just so amazing with getting out the message that Tuomas wanted, and to have that stamp of approval from Tuomas before hearing this, it really does hammer on that you really want to focus on the lyrics, which we already normally do, but now I got heightened to really focus on the lyrics with you, where usually you're the one focusing on that more. So it's been really nice to actually stay along with this.
This is so beautiful, and I'm loving, like, with the lyrics, how he's poetically put the evolution
Yeah.
into such a it's like the personification of evolution itself.
It is.
And it's so beautiful, such great poetry. I love that you were able to pick all of that out and be able to, like, have that space, almost like you're allowed to focus on the lyrics in that, to have that for you. I was just so excited to hear, because, like, this is gorgeous. And you haven't seen Stranger Things, but that very beginning definitely was very reminiscent of Stranger Things, where it has that, like,
that soundtrack
kind of sci-fi beginning to it.
Totally.
This is beautiful.
I'm loving it. And I love my tigers.
Yes.
Looking so free.
Okay, wow, that's incredible to throw that in. And what I was thinking is, it shows like the DNA strand. It's showing all these animals that are endangered. And the first thing that it made me think of, the most powerful, is these Bengal tigers are endangered, yet there's more tigers in Texas than the whole world in captivity, for people just owning them.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
so
insane.
Isn't that insane when they're saying they're endangered, yet the humans have them as pets?
And that's like I was thinking the same thing about the oxycodal.
Yeah.
There are so many of those for pets, but they're endangered in the wild.
See?
And like the lyric before this was, and then along came suffering. And that was so powerful because of everything all the suffering that we have on the world in a whole. And what we do to add to that suffering all the time.
Because sometimes you can try to deny it, but then that's why, like, even me, I was like, yeah, we're not doing that bad. But then I was like, damn, no, we are doing that bad for a lot of these animals.
Well, and like orcas, it says data insufficient. And the thing is orcas, growing up on the island, there was always conversation about orcas all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Because of like all the different fishing and different things that are going on with the salmon population.
Yeah.
And how that's affecting like all these animals.
Yeah.
And the issue,
right?
What was so interesting on the island, one of the issues that happened is everyone got upset about seal hunting.
Right.
So then they outlawed seal hunting. And then the seals got overpopulated and started eating all the salmon.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even because of fishing that caused the salmon to then deplete, and then the orcas weren't able to get enough food from the salmon.
Yeah.
It was because of all the different times where, as humans, we make laws to intervene based off what we think is correct for analytics.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like, why do we have to intervene? Like, we're not God.
We sure think we are,
but we sure act that way, and
Yeah.
now we're causing all of these critically endangered species all the time, but yet we want to have them as pets.
It just shows their love, like NIGHTWISH, because everyone in there loves nature, loves animals, loves obviously humans too, but they want to show you the other side of us too, where like, yeah, we are addicted to our phones. Yes, we are control freaks. Yes, we are thinking we are gods, and this is a perfect way to show it, and they're just incredible at doing it.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah.
We remember Father Picaya gave the way as along came Savior.
Code too? Oh my gosh, they're masterminds.
I love that we watched all that whole video on what looked like a TV screen, a broken TV or a solar panel or some kind of black mirror once again.
Yeah. And it's just crazy because, like, something that really helped me when I got too religious was a man named Jordan Peterson. And one of the things that he taught me was our nervous system goes back all the way back to the trilobites and the crustaceans and all that. And, like, it was showing our progression. And then all of a sudden it kind of showed, like, that sea animal, and that's kind of what really helped me because I found out they have depression as well. If you give them serotonin shots, the lobster will want to fight again after he got his ass whipped. Just like us, when we get defeated, we go like that. We can take those serotonin shots, and then we're back up straight. So I just think that was really cool they really went from start to finish, and he has such an amazing mind that he wants so much in a small amount. Like, I know when he made music, it was like the history of music, and then they had to shrink it down to a certain length. Like this one, you could have went so long with the length of how long we've been around, but he somehow jam-packed billions and billions of years into this amazing song. And Flora is just phenomenal. How could you not just be in awe of her?
She was amazing, and like being in awe of her when she was like just belting that note as we were watching all of the images of the animals that are endangered.
Yeah.
Or, you know, where they're at due to the suffering that we go through on this earth. It was just that note that she just belted and held that entire time was just insane.
Yeah, it was.
Like, this entire piece is so awe-inspiring, and it has such a beautiful message that it's putting through.
It does.
The only thing that I could misinterpret, and it could be taken multiple ways, was
I know what you're talking about.
there was a moment where the lyrics said, well, we were never meant to be on this earth.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, well, wait a second. And it almost felt like in the song he was going into saying like aliens that brought the first acorn here and everything coming back to the earth.
That's kind of, you could interpret it that way too. Yes.
Spaceship of Earth. And but then I was like, but then if this is all evolution and we evolve, does that mean we're meant to be here? So for me, that's where
I think it was Earth is that spaceship in space, and then like we weren't really meant to be here, but we made it here,
yeah,
right?
that makes sense.
So like, because that's just the way of evolution. There's not a direction. It just happened, and that's what happened to come out of it.
Yeah.
And so now that we are here, we have now reached such a high part where we think we're above these animals that actually existed here before us, and then we're this new species that have come into existence that came from, I forgot the name that they said, but then into sapiens. So they even were telling about the ancestor of the sapiens as well.
Absolutely, which I thought was amazing.
And it just shows their love. And I know Troy's really big into evolution and all that too. So you can see the inspiration that they really have behind their music, and it's awe-inspiring for me because it's just nice to see all that history as well, and to see that they're giving the credence to, we still got to help these animals, y'all. Like we're to help is to let go. It sounds like maybe there's some things we now need to preserve a bit more, but it sounds like letting go of the control is what we need to do more.
There is a lot of letting go of the control, as well as not having the greed for me, and that's where my whole thing came from. Is it's that greed of going into like be it the capitalist system or Canada's a socialist system or all these different systems. It's the greed of power that I think drives that almost godlike need to control everything on the earth. We idolize greed. We idolize it, be it with, farming or buying or getting somewhere, the greed of needing that instant transportation. Yeah. Even. So like I feel like if we need to kind of check our greed in a lot of these things, because
shark fin soup is just greed as well. It's just
greed as well. Yeah. Because they're going after getting things and they get money from it. So it's the greed of selling to get money. Yeah. And I remember growing up, you would hear, money is the root of all evil, but it's actually the love for what money gets you, or the love for money.
What can you get with money? And I think that's where humans went slightly wrong in our control of thinking that we can control things with money, where like you can still build stuff with no money, y'all. It's just people's labor that has to do it, that you're paying for. So it's like all these things can still get erected, all these beautiful places, if we're all just working for love. That's easier said than done, but you can see these animals, none of them are making money while they're busting their ass off daily just to have their kids survive, and they're dying more than humans are, right? So like we got it so good and so easy. We need to find a better way to treat these animals and our earth,
or else we're just going to continue suffering.
Yeah, because we just hide in our room while there's things that still need to be done and dealt with. Look at just the wildfires. If we just sit, like the wildfires in Canada right now, it's not it's decimating the animals' life. It's not just the humans right now that are getting evacuated.
The animals, it's the forest.
They just lost their homes. Where we're upset, where now 10,000 people have lost their homes in like Canada, where we're from, but like thousands are losing their homes every time we're just throwing up normal houses. And like we're totally destroying these
building structures. A new Walmart, building a new shopping center or a parking garage.
Like, and then we got a bunch of deers on the island that now are just roaming wild because we can't hunt. So now these things are just roaming wild.
They're roaming wild, but it's interesting because like we had back when I was in college, there was a bear that would use the crosswalk by our school.
Right.
Because it's a wild area. It's massive forests, but they're these little tiny towns, but there's like animals are just now more integrated into society in a weird way.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Right? It's a weird way. It's weird
because they've had to evolve with us as a species too, and they have it in their DNA now. Like all these animals have the experience of how long we've been in this earth, and they know us, and they can tell what hierarchy they are, because animals do have hierarchy, so they understand how that works, and they know what not to mess with and what to mess with. And so it's just incredible, and I was really happy to get challenged by Tuamas to focus on the lyrics really hard on this one, because the music itself is great. I still have that piano just playing in my mind right now, just as it was zooming out there. The imagery of those official lyric videos are incredible from Nightwish. Again, I hope they continue to do these countdowns and these amazing videos and art when they do this next album. I'm also really excited to see disc Number 2, to have that amazing classical experience with it. And I found out while checking out this album itself that they do the first side all instrumental as well, and I'd love to hear this fully instrumental as well, because it was just, this is an incredible album.
Absolutely.
So happy we're finally getting through it again. I hope you guys had a good time with us. Let us know in the comments below how eager you are to see this number 2 from this amazing album. We've had a long day, y'all. We have had a great time, though. Hope you guys did too. We're exiting the rabbit hole now, folks.
Thank you so much for being here with us. It's absolutely amazing. Peace and love, everyone.
God bless you.
Take care, and bye for now.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.